No, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. Everybody including Will, I mean, Will.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if you want to dare to be great.
Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Gervonta Davis made headlines on X by claiming that after Crawford's historic win over Canelo, he believes he could beat him. Davis declared, "I'll swing on him for real," doubling down on his confidence and challenging critics to watch him perform. He vowed to train harder and said he wants respect in the sport, believing that a victory over Crawford would cement his place among boxing's elite. However, Davis's dismissive remarks about Crawford's achievement drew swift criticism from analysts who argued that, regardless of admiration, such disrespect was unwarranted given what Crawford just accomplished, defeating Canelo in a decisive and historic fashion.
It dominated a first ballot Hall of Famer, a 4-division champion, a 2-time undisputed super middleweight, and was the reigning undisputed 168-pound super middleweight world champion. Superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. And Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm not even gonna read off his accolades, because what he did is just nasty work. And this is your king that y'all be praising. Gervonta Tank Davis, instead of applauding the accomplishments, just tip your hat. Just tip your hat. Hey, salute. And if you don't want to salute him, guess what? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. If you don't want to salute that man, just don't say nothing. Right? And so, Gervonta Tank Davis takes to social media because the boxing world is praising Terence Crawford for what he did. After Gervonta Tank Davis, when the fight was announced and when Terence Crawford was saying he wanted to go up from 154 to 168, Gervonta Tank Davis said he was doing it for the money, not for the legacy.
Long before the recent controversy, Crawford openly addressed Gervonta Davis, making it clear he doesn't see Davis as someone willing to face the sport's top challenges. Crawford described Davis as a talker who often avoids the toughest fights and even admitted he doesn't particularly like him, hinting that any potential clash would be more personal than purely competitive. This candid exchange underscores the tension between the two fighters and sets the stage for what could become a highly charged rivalry.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
I just really don't like that, dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like I really don't like. That's like
not your cup of tea. That's just not.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his ways.
Devin Haney's father and trainer, Bill Haney, stepped into the debate, dismissing Davis's bold claims. He insisted that Tank couldn't replicate Crawford's recent feat of beating Canelo and urged Davis to stay within his weight class at 147 pounds. Haney criticized Davis's calls for attention as nothing more than publicity stunts, emphasizing that he should focus on defending his own division rather than chasing fights that don't make sense at this stage of his career. His comments reflect skepticism about Davis's ambitions to step into higher weight classes.
Gotta ask your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like he's
Nah, he said it
on video.
Huh?
He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, you know he chinny.
Listen, Terence has already hired us for any of the little guys. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, you know, Gary Russell, Tank Davis, you cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass whipping too. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Trainer Greg Hackett passionately praised Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, calling it one of the most significant achievements in modern boxing. Hackett emphasized that Crawford has nothing left to prove after accomplishing what hadn't been done in generations, rising through weight classes and dominating a fighter of Canelo's caliber. He highlighted that Crawford's victory wasn't just decisive but a masterclass that silenced critics and confirmed his place among the sport's all-time greats. Hackett urged fans to recognize Crawford's greatness and focus on celebrating his remarkable legacy.
Armstrong held them all at the same time. Legendary shit. He goes in there and beats arguably the best fighter or one of the best fighters of his era.
Yeah.
Regardless of weight class.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the performance?
The performance was like clean. Like it was real. It was times where it was close calls. Like it looked like Canelo might, like damn, Canelo might get him right here. You know what I mean? Bud find a way out, slip up out of there. He was working behind his jab real good, footwork real good. You know, setting the pace. He was creating what I like to call spider web in there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically setting traps with your movement. The part I didn't expect was for Canelo to really approach Bud like Bud, you know, like he was just gonna punch on Bud. He was looking. What I mean by that is Canelo when he would hit Bud to his hips or like on the shoulder, because I seen him do it a few times. He was like Canelo was like looking for those results that he usually get when he do those things. And I was like, I can't believe he looking at Bud like that. Like he really trying to play Bud. I mean, on the low. He know Bud can fight, but it was like, I'm gonna hit, all right, when I hit you on your hips, you gonna act right. I mean, when I hit you on your shoulders, you gonna act right. And you could tell Canelo's been spoiled over the years. Canelo's gotten better, a lot better. And Canelo is a legend for sure. But you could tell he's imposed his will on a lot of guys and won off of his poker face alone. You know what I mean? Along with the punishing shots.
Although Crawford has expressed clear disdain for Gervonta Davis, he hasn't completely closed the door on a potential fight. Crawford has stated that if Davis is serious, he should step up to 147 pounds where the bout could happen on fair terms. For Crawford, fighting Tank would be an opportunity to silence trash talk and demonstrate superiority against a high-profile opponent. He's confident in his abilities and believes that the ball is in Davis's court. If he truly wants the fight, he must take the risk and prove himself.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Ooh.
Wow,
man.
They said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know.
Respected boxing commentator DJ Rum heaped praise on Crawford, highlighting his versatility and mastery inside the ring. Rum argued that Crawford isn't just a talented fighter, he's a rare athlete capable of doing everything at the highest level. Whether facing power punchers, slick boxers, or relentless pressure fighters, Crawford's ability to adapt seamlessly makes him a true problem solver in the ring. Ram described him as a once-in-a-generation talent whose understanding of distance, timing, and angles places him among the sport's elite, with a legacy destined to stand the test of time.
outboxed him. Clearly, outboxed him like I said he would. You know, Bud is special, man. He could adapt. He can make adjustments. There's nothing he can't do. I was a little worried because in the beginning when the fight was announced, because of Canelo's power, Bud coming up, they're like, oh, he come up 2 weight classes. I consider it he came up 3. He only had 1 fight at 1.
Yeah, 1 fight at 54.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like it's 3 weight classes in 2 fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that right there, that was a big thing because Canelo is strong. Canelo does hit hard. He got power, and he's comfortable at 168. You understand what I'm saying? He's more comfortable. I didn't know if the weight was going to do something to Bud, but I know there was ways that he could outbox him easily. He did it. Towards the closer to the fight date, I changed my stance on it and leaned more to Bud, which was a good thing because my prediction was right yesterday on it. And he just outboxed him, outclassed him. He showed people. I think he still followed a bit of the Mayweather blueprint. You know, Canelo has to plant his feet all the time to throw off his powers, let off his power shots. He has to just make that quick stop, real quick, like a millisecond. That's all Bud needs to move out the way. Bud sets him up to get a reaction. By the time Canelo goes to throw that punch, Bud slips to the side and catches him that way. Bah, bah. Too late. Now, I mean, for Canelo to his planning of the feet to throw his power punches, if more people figure that out and really take that into consideration in their training camps, I think he would have more losses. But a lot of them fear the power, like a skull.
Despite Crawford's rare achievement, many fans and analysts remain hesitant to fully credit him. Critics argue that favoritism toward Canelo, who enjoys widespread admiration, especially in Mexico, influences the reaction. Meanwhile, Crawford's race and background have historically subjected him to unfair bias. These broader issues of popularity, perception, and race reveal that the response to Crawford's victory isn't just about boxing, it's intertwined with societal attitudes that still impact how fighters are celebrated and respected.
Especially enough for a guy to come 2 to 3 weight divisions lower. Well, so you would be asking a guy to literally just stand there like this new slap exercise, slap me and I slap you. That's not boxing, and that's extremely sour grapes. And my advice to you is this. Although most times people will stay on cold, there's exceptions to the rules where people will say, I'm not going that far. You know what I mean? Like by our administration right now that's governing the New Russia. They do a lot of illegal things on a daily. But this pedophilia, some people are saying, no, I'm jumping off the boat on this one. I'm going to go with protecting the kids. I mean, I'll go with you with a lot of stuff, but protecting the kids is kind of important to me. Should be, right? It should be, level. So it should be, where you just you don't go a certain length, right? It should be borders. So to say, okay, I don't go past that line. And the line should be pedophilia. Or a line should be no objectivity at all in the world of boxing. You saw a great performance, and Canelo just lost, right? This guy is just a better fighter. Right? If he can come up from that weight division and stand in the pocket most of the time, and still win. If you are saying that you don't want Canelo to be able to cut the ring off with this guy that didn't really run at all, then you're basically saying, well, listen, let's just stand and slug, and that's brawling, right? That has nothing to do with boxing, and so people are going to jump off that. And here's something else that's going to happen to you people right now with sour grapes and are racists running around just saying ridiculousness, right? Because you're disappointed.
If Benavidez can make 168, maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No, man.
No, they ain't doing that fight. Maybe planning on vacating the belts.
No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. We just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym and do our thing.
Honest? Absolutely.
And he don't want none.
154? No. So what does this performance prove about the end of sparring? You guys were largely silent.
I told you it don't make no difference. Didn't I say it? I said that don't mean shit. I don't give a damn about that.
Yeah.
I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
In one of those interviews, I said that. Don't mean shit, because he's no Bud Crawford. I'm not taking nothing from innocent, Boozy, Bozy, them over there, they're my guys.